Hello Pisces, and welcome to my channel. My name is Maria Guyon and I am an intuitive business coach and tarot card reader, and I'm here to do your business blocks reading for August 2021. You ready to see what could be blocking your success this month? I am. Let's get cracking. So Pisces, we start with the overall energy for the month, and it's Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. This is such a good reminder for all of us, because I think we can all be a bit silly sometimes about what we're willing to do for other people, and we can end up getting burdened, overwhelmed, burnt out, because we find it very difficult, especially as women, to say no. And people make demands of us all the time, and people are very good at pressing the right buttons, aren't they? Have you noticed that some people can be really quite manipulative, and they have you saying yes to things, and really you know that it's not the right thing to do. You know it's going to add you a burden to your time and your energy, and yet you feel guilty about not doing it, so you just get on and do it, and it can be a massive mistake. So Armadillo Spirit is here to remind you to set some healthy boundaries. No is not a bad word, is what Spirit's just said. Self-care is not selfish. Self-care is important, and it's really important that sometimes you say no for the benefit of your own health. If you've marked out for yourself an afternoon off to just recharge your batteries, and somebody says, oh, but I really hope that you would do this, that and the other for me, you have to say no. You have to, and it's not selfish to do so. You say, I'll schedule that in for another time, or could you ask somebody else, because I just don't have the time to do it. And if they say, yeah, but you just said you were planning on having the afternoon off, so of course you can do this stuff. It's like, no, I have things planned for that afternoon off. I'm not willing to budge on that. I need it for my mental and physical health. Your Work Your Light card here. Another overall message for the month is protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. This came out again for somebody else actually this month. This is a card that I feel really tied to, because I do cord cutting and soul retrieval work. I feel like things happen to us and our souls become wounded. I never used to believe in this stuff until a couple of years ago, when I started having some really weird experiences. And through guided meditation I was given a piece of my soul back that I felt like I'd lost, and it just changed my life completely. And so now I use trance work to help people heal wounded souls, cut the cords that are holding them to toxic people, to toxic memories, and all that sort of thing. And I love this card. It is about you calling back in your power. And again, boundaries. It does fit with this, boundaries, because you know, we get tied to people that are unhealthy. I don't really like the word toxic people, but there's toxic behaviour, manipulation, narcissism, all that sort of thing. And these people sink their little claws into us, and we end up with these cords that tie us to them. And even with the best will in the world, we try to be positive, we try to be successful, we try to move forward, and these things weigh us down. They weigh us down. It's time to cut those cords now. If you want me to do a cord cutting meditation and put it on YouTube, say yes in the comments. Let me know. Say yes please, I'd love one, because I will do that. I will make one and I'll pop it on YouTube free for everybody, and you can just see how it feels to actually get rid of those cords. Soul retrieval work is completely different, but if you're interested in my soul work, then do just please comment, get in touch, and I can talk to you about it a bit more. I'll try and make some videos, I think, explaining what I do a bit better so that you can understand. In the present, we have the Ten of Shells here. This is about a new start and ending old stuff. It's about blessings and well-being and feeling emotionally good, actually. So that's interesting, that with all this cord cutting and boundary setting, you actually feel pretty good at the moment. Spirit is saying don't let these things bring you down, because actually you're doing really well emotionally. You feel pretty good about yourself. Challenge or possible obstacle is the Ace of Feathers, which you kind of think, oh, that's a great card. How could that be any sort of challenge? This is about having mental breakthroughs, feeling clear, feeling just absolutely spot on, honestly. You know, you couldn't really feel any better, I don't think. This is about you having a spark of an idea and progressing it. But because it's the challenge. We have to see both sides of this card. Could be that you feel a little bit clouded, and it could be that what you need to do is to determine what actually really matters to you, so that you can make any revisions to what you want to do, so that it feels even better. I mean, honestly, I don't know how you could feel any better with that Ten of Shells. I think you feel pretty great. It could also mean that there are problems with lack of communication, not necessarily from you but from others, and it could be that your plans are a little bit delayed. They could be a little bit slow, but I don't think that's anything really to worry about here. I think, you know, you feel pretty good. You've got some new ideas, and I think as long as you go with what makes you feel good, you'll be okay. Subconscious mind, what are you focusing on? The Page of Acorns, discovery and enthusiasm. He's a great little card, isn't he? He's very free-spirited. He's very much into personal development. And so your subconscious mind at the moment is into learning more about situations. You feel pretty good. And the subconscious mind is not always obvious. It's not always obvious what you're thinking. That's, you know, your conscious mind is the part of you where you're thinking and you know your thoughts. Subconscious mind is a tricky little bugger, and you don't always know what he's thinking. But actually, the subconscious mind is actually quite enthusiastic. He's feeling pretty good about himself. Definitely into learning new stuff, but there's this free-spiritedness that could be something to watch out for. I don't know, I'm just being warned that that could be something to watch out for. What needs healing? Childhood and distant past, the shaman, divine wisdom and spiritual power. This is about tradition, values, principles. This, I've just been told witch wound on that one. The shaman, it's a funny one to sit in that position of what needs healing in your distant past, but I feel very much like this could be about you trying to be spiritual and other people not really not really going for it. You may have had some poor advice in the past. You may have felt like you've gone in the wrong direction a little bit. I'm also being told, I feel this is a deep wound actually, and you know, sometimes I do these readings and these cards come up, and in that what needs healing position, it can sometimes be a deep trauma, and sometimes it can be something quite trivial but that has left you lacking a bit of confidence, or with a negative belief, or you know, a limiting belief, or negative thoughts, or whatever. This feels quite deep to me actually, because I feel like there's somebody out there who is an indigenous person, who is a person of colour, who has been tormented because of their traditions and beliefs. I'm being told that this could even be ancestral rather than directly at you personally. This could be something ancestral, and it has led you to not want to be open about who you are because you're afraid. And I completely understand it. I just feel so frustrated and angry at the fact that a lot of people have some beautiful traditions that have been suppressed or lost, or you know, just destroyed because somebody else didn't approve, didn't like it, wanted you to be good Christians or whatever. You know, I don't know, but I feel like this could be an ancestral wound that needs healing, something that goes back generations, something that has really harmed you and made you the person that you are today. So yeah, I feel like this is quite a deep issue. It doesn't necessarily need to be an indigenous issue. It could even be something like you being forced into a religion that you didn't want to be in. That happened to me. Suffered spiritual abuse as a child. It could be something to do with that. It could be a blockage to do with spirituality and who you really are. But I strongly feel that a lot of this is ancestral. That the wound it started a long time ago. You're wounded, but people before you were wounded. And it's just got to a point where traditions, native traditions, are being suppressed. Does that make sense to you? If that really resonates with you, please comment. because I would love to know. It's just a real strong feeling that I get of a very deep belief system that has been suppressed, or, you know, people being tortured because of it. It can even be a witch wound. I got told witch wound. So, you know, it doesn't necessarily just mean an Indigenous person or a person of colour. It could be anybody who has had their traditions erased. Erased is what keeps coming up. It's time. Spirit is just telling me now, it is time for you to call back your power, to rebirth those traditions. So if you come from a line of witches, if you come from a line of Indigenous people, and you've suppressed or had your traditions and customs, your native beliefs stamped out, it's time to go learn them. It's time to open them back up, to learn from your elders and to open them back up and get back on the path, is what I'm being told. Recent past, we've got the Sun, vitality and joy. What a beautiful card. Another major arcana there. Another major arcana. I feel there's a lot of change here. This is about achievement and enthusiasm. It's about having energy. It's about having fun doing what it is you're doing. And I do believe it's tied to this. I think there's a freedom in being who you are. I'm sorry, Pisces, if this is starting to feel a bit a bit deep. But sometimes, you know, I'm not here to sugarcoat things, and sometimes things do go deep, you know. But I don't feel that this is something to dwell on now. I think it's something to just open up and enjoy the ride, really. You know, there will still be issues out there. Spirit is saying there will still be people out there who will always be offensive. But not to worry about it. Just to be you, be authentically you. Take back your power is the big thing here. So your conscious focus is on the Two of Shells, union and harmony. Which makes sense, actually, that you want to see eye to eye with people. You're seeking emotional connections with people. What I like to do is to see whether this subconscious mind and conscious mind are actually in any sort of conflict. And I don't think they are. I think you've got this discovery going on. You've also got this union and harmony with other people. And I think you need to learn from people. I think subconsciously you're trying to learn from people. This discovery. With this in mind here, because these two are always linked. The subconscious mind and whatever needs healing are always linked. Because the subconscious mind takes your wounds and acts on them, if that makes sense. So if you've been wounded in a certain way, the subconscious mind will do all in its power to prevent that ever happening again, even if what it comes up with makes us unhappy. It's so weird. But I'm being drawn back to this with the free-spirited message, and I feel subconsciously you are exploring. I think you are exploring your past. It could be that you fancy doing a past life regression to see, you know, who you were, where you were years ago, what's leading to this. Maybe you know, maybe you just know consciously. But I don't think they're in conflict. I think you're ready to learn from your elders, from your mentors, who you are and what you need to do to move forward. I just keep getting told over and over and over, call back your power, reclaim your power. There is power in everything that you have lost, and it is time to show people who you are. The near future, we've got the Eight of Acorns, which is about energy and results. This is about moving forwards, letting go of some of the old stuff, letting go of some of the things that, you know, the wands are a great bunch, and the acorns are like the wands. It's about inspiration. It's about what you believe and not what you think. This is something where I feel this is definitely all about beliefs. And I think you're exploring what you believe here. And it's time for you to start sharing it, because that will bring you back your power. You need to find your mentors. I keep being told this. Find your mentors, find your elders and speak with them. Learn the old ways, let them pass down the traditions. And like I said, that could be Indigenous people passing down traditions. It could be witches passing down traditions. And witches come in all shapes, sizes, colours. But I feel there's something extremely magical about you and it's time for you to uncover it all. External environment is the 9 of shells. This is about satisfaction, contentment, attainment of goals, happiness. You're almost at whatever it is you want. It's, you know, we call this the wish card. I think you're at a position now where you can pretty much be granted anything you want. I think people around you are going to help you with what you need to do as well. I think you're going to find a lot of people coming in that are going to help you move forward. This is such an interesting reading, Pisces. Then we've got the 8 of crystals as your hopes and fears. Now this is about productivity, craftsmanship, dedicating yourself to moving forward. I feel there that you have a fear of not knowing enough, of not really having the skills, the craftsmanship of whatever it is that you want to do, and you worry about that. But again, Spirit is coming back to me and saying, trust your mentors, learn from your elders before they are gone. I'm being drawn to the buffalo, and I'm being told, look at the buffalo. The buffalo means something to somebody. You will learn, and you can learn. Don't try to do this alone. I think, you know, this mentors thing keeps coming back and coming back and coming back. You will find people that will help you to hone your skills. And as long as you are a step in front of everybody else, it doesn't matter anyway, you know? You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be perfect. You can admit, you know, you're not a guru. You're not a guru. You're not an expert. You're a leading learner. And you can teach other people as you learn. You can share your learnings with other people. But I do feel like whatever this power is, it is a great power. It is a huge power. And you need to call it back, because it's going to just make massive changes in the world, Pisces, for you and for the people that follow you. The outcome is temperance, balance and harmony. And I feel that there's a lot of healing here. There's a lot of healing. And it makes total sense in light of the rest of this reading. That, you know, I can't say any more than that. You have an important job here, Pisces. A really important job. And I want you to hear me now when I tell you that Spirit is saying that it is vital that you do this, that you speak to your elders, that you pass down the traditions, that you ignore the fact that people are going to give you a bit of backlash about it. It's led me back to this healthy boundaries card, setting the boundaries. You have to protect yourself. Armadillo here, he has armour. You see him? He has armour on. And he will allow any barbs to bounce off him. And I feel that, yes, there could be some criticism of what you're trying to do. There could be some pushback from certain members of society. But you have to curl up in a ball and protect yourself from them. But keep on going. Keep on moving forward with this dedication and progress here. Keep moving forward, because it's an important message for the rest of the world. This may not resonate for some of you here, and I want you to, you know, take away what does resonate and leave the rest, but there is a message here for somebody, and it's important. It's very important that they hear it. So if you feel that there is somebody who could benefit from this message, please do share it with them, because their contribution to this work is going to create a lot of healing, both for themselves and for others. And it's vitally important for others. I'm being told it's important for the children, that these things are taught to the children, so that they carry on with their traditions and that they're not lost. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to leave that there, Pisces. I actually feel a headache. The energy I'm picking up around this is kind of strange, and I feel really, really tired from it. But there's something here, and it's important. It's really important, and I hope whoever needs to hear this hears it. If it is meant for you, please comment in the comments, please, and let me know, because I would love to know what you're doing and to be able to help you share your work, because I think it's really important that the traditions continue and that you're allowed to move forward unfettered. Unfettered is the word that and then I just saw somebody in chains. This is, yeah, oh, blimey. This feels like a really deep reading. But I'm going to leave it there. I just need you to know that your message is important, and it's important to a great deal of people, and you need to get it out in whatever way that you can do that. And if that involves you speaking to elders, mentors, other people to help you get that message out and to learn the things that you have been prevented from learning, perhaps, it's time for you to do that. So I'm going to leave it there, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I'll see you again soon with love and magic always. This is Maria Guyan signing out.